40 שנה קוד בדור ואומרם תועד לבבהם והם לא ידעו דרכי אשר נשבעתי באפי אם יבואון אל מנוחתי שירו לאדוני שיר חדש שירו לאדוני כל הארץ שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו בזרו מיום ליום ישועתו
ספרו בו עם כבודו וכל העמים נפלאותיו כי גדולה אליו. Page 14 ישמחו השמיים
ישמחו השמיים
ישמחו השמיים
ישמחו השמיים
ישמחו השמיים
ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ ישמחו השמיים
ישמחו השמיים
ישמחו השמיים
ישמחו השמיים
ישמחו השמיים
Let us turn to page 18 זמרו לאדוני
זמרו לאדוני בכינור בקול זמרה בחצוצרות בקול שופר הריעו לפני המלך אדוני זמרו לאדוני בכינור בקול זמרה
בחצוצרות בקול שופר הריעו לפני המלך אדוני וירם הים לו תבל ויושבה מהרות ימחק הרים רעינו לפני אדוני כי בא לשפוט הארץ ישפוט תבל בצדק וימים לבני שערים
וירם הים עמלה
תבל ויושבה מהרות ימחק
הרים ירוננו
page 20 רוממו
חבו להקדושו כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו
Let us please rise page 21 מזמור לדוד
מזמור לדוד הלו לאדוני בני
הלו לאדוני כבוד ועוז הלו ושבר אדוני את ארצי הלבנון וירקידם כמו עגל לבנון ומרחבו כולו ומרכבות אדוני למבול יבשה ישב אדוני מלך לעולם אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום ניי 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 ניי
Let us please be seated. Ana Bechoach, page 22.
Ana bechoach, bechoach, gedulat yemincha, yemincha, tatir tzerura, kabel rinatamcha, sagvenu et arenu nora. Ana bechoach, bechoach, gedulat yemincha, yemincha, tatir tzerura, kabel rinatamcha, sagvenu et arenu nora.
Ana bechoach gedulat yemincha tatit serura kabel rinatamcha sagvenu tarenu nora nagivor dorshei Yehuda kebaba shorem bachem taharem rachamim sikatecha tarim ana bechoach gedulat yemincha tatit serura kabel rinatamcha sagvenu tarenu nora nay 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 nay
Lechadodi, page 23.
Nay 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 Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat mekabela Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat mekabela Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad ishmi'anu El ha'miyuchad Adonai echad U'shemo echad V'shemo tiferet V'heni תהילה לך דודי, לי רק עליו פני שבת מקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונרחקים, כי באור אורי אורי, שיר דברי כבוד אדוני, עלייך נגלה לך דודי, לי רק עליו פני שבת נקבלה. לא תבושי ולא תקמי, מה תשתוכחי ומה תהמי בך יחסו. אני עמי ונבנתה עיר עתילה, לך דודי, לי רק עליו פני שבת נקבלה. והיו לשמסה שוסייך ורחקו כל מבלעייך, יסיס עלייך אלוקייך ימסוס חתן, חתן על כלה. לך דודי, לי רק עליו פני שבת נקבלה. ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תעריצי על יד איש, בן פרצי ונשמחה ונגילה. לך דודי, לי רק עליו פני שבת נקבלה. בואי בשלום התרפלה, גם בשמחה ובצולה תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה
שבת מלכתה,
לך דודי, לי רק עליו פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לי רק עליו פני שבת נקבלה.
Let us please be seated. We continue on page 27.
מזמור שיר, מזמור שיר, מזמור שיר ליום השבת. מזמור שיר, מזמור שיר,
טוב, טוב להודות אדוני, בחגים בבוקר חסדך, בחגים בבוקר חסדך, אמונתך בלילות, אמונתך בלילות, טוב, טוב להודות אדוני.
Tzaddik Tamar, page 28.
Yahweh Adonai,
מלאך גאות לבש, לבש, אדוני עוזי תעזר, אף תיכון תבל בתימות, אף תיכון תבל בתימות, נכון כי זה בא מעט, מעולם אתה. נעשהו נהרות אדוני, נעשהו נהרות כל עולם, יישאו נהרות ים, מגבולות מים רבים, אדירים בשפלי ים, אדיר במרום אדוני, אדיר במרום אדוני, אלותיך לנו מאוד, לביתך נאווה קודש, אדוני נאורך ימים, אדוני נאורך ימים, מגבולות מים רבים, אדירים בשפלי ים, אדיר במרום אדוני, אדיר Let us please rise for Baruch Hu, page 39.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ומעביר יום ומפך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם היינו
באורך ימינו,
באורך ימינו, ובכם נגה יומם ולילה, ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוקפך ובקומך, וקשרתם להות על ידיך,
והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, וים שמו עתיד. קשרתם אותם להיות על ידיכם ידות. ביום על משה לאמור דבר בני ישראל אמרת להם. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Page 44.
Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה. זה אלינו ואמרו, זה אלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני ימלוך לעולם. ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני
אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים.
שמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך. ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום,
והעמידנו
אלוהינו לשלום, והשכיבנו אלוהינו לשלום, השכיבנו אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים.
Let us please rise for Beshamru, page 46.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדוד המברית עולה. ושמרו בני ישראל ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדוד המברית עולה.
וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש.
Divra Kidute Ve'amlik Malchute B'chayechon U'v'yomechon U'v'chaye Techol Beit Yisrael Bagala Bagala U'v'zman Kariv V'imiru Amen Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarach Ve'alam Olal Me'al Mayai Yitbarak Ve'yishtabach Ve'yitpa'ar V'yidroma Ve'yinaseh Ve'yitadar V'yitale V'yitalal Shemere Kedusha B'rechu Leila Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechamata Damiran Be'alma Ve'imiru Amen.
We continue praying the Amidah silently, beginning on page 47. If you finish praying the Amidah, please be seated. We continue with Shalom Rav, which is on page 51.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amacha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amacha Tasim Leolam. Ki Adahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki Adahu melech adon lechol hashalom.
Nasim May the one who creates peace on high bring peace to us and to all Israel and to all who dwell on earth. And let us say, Amen.
Oh, say shalom, bimromav, huya say shalom, aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru, amen. Oh, say shalom, bimromav, huya say shalom, aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru, amen. Oh, say shalom, bimromav, huya say shalom, amen. Oh, say shalom, bimromav, ve'imeru, amen. Oh, say shalom, bimromav, huya say shalom, aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru, amen. Oh, say shalom, bimromav, huya say shalom, aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru, amen.
Space by space is meant to fulfill a mission. There's a meaning in everything. And the story of Joseph, which actually concludes this Shabbat with the death of Jacob and the death of Joseph, is a story that really reflects, in more ways than one, the story of the Jewish people when they live outside of the land of Israel. And no matter what happens, right, every year when we come to this story, something else happens in the world that, at least in my eyes, makes me see a reflection of what the Torah is trying to portray or what the Torah is trying to communicate with us about. You see, the story of Joseph can be understood in a very simple way. Joseph HaTzadik, he was basically betrayed by his brothers. He was tried to be killed by his brothers, sold into slavery, raised to greatness, saved Egypt, end of story. But it's not really as simple as that. The story of Joseph is complicated because Joseph was actually a complicated person. The most incredible thing about him is that in his complication, there was one thing that he always understood. That even though he had absolute faith in God, and even though he believed that God had placed him in that place for a reason, he had to act as if everything depended on him. He prayed, although we never hear him pray, but we assume that he did, for God's help. God speaks to him through the dreams, maybe. But the one thing for sure is that he never left anything undone that could be done to alter his own destiny. So when he sees an opportunity to help save the fate of all of Egypt, he does it. And by the way, saving Egypt was something that was more easily said than done. Because for us today, in retrospect, whoa, he saved them from the famine. What a genius. But can you imagine telling people they're going to save food for 7 years, they're going to eat meager rations of food so that they don't starve for 14 years? Nobody really would have understood that, and they didn't. In fact, Joseph was not popular because he ruled with an iron fist. He saw what was coming and he prepared for what was coming. And by the way, he, according to our rabbis, communicated to the Egyptians that what was going to happen, the famine, was not a consequence of God's actions, but it was a consequence of their over-exploitation of their own land. So according to many of our great rabbis, Joseph was an expert in agriculture. And he really understood the cycles of the moon and the sun and water. And he put it to good use. When we see tragedy happen around us in the scale that we're seeing this week, we are left wondering many times, where is God in all of this? And I know that different people have different answers and different understandings of God's role in tragedy, especially in natural tragedy. But the truth is that this has very little to do with God and a lot to do with us as human beings. Whether you believe in global warming or not, whether you think that fires like the one we're seeing in Los Angeles could have been prevented or not, one thing is for sure: more could have been done to make sure that a tragedy of this magnitude did not happen. Now, it's easy for us to say that, right? Sitting here in Las Vegas, hundreds of miles away from the epicenter of the tragedy. But it's important for us to understand the ultimate lesson in this tragedy, which is the fragility of human life. One day, you're living your life like if nothing can stop you, nothing can slow you down, and in seconds you're reminded that humans are fragile, that what we have is fragile, what we build is fragile, and that really nothing lasts forever. By the way, the holiday of Sukkot is meant to make us understand that. That's why we live in the fragile structure of the Sukkah. To learn that there is really no shelter that can ultimately protect us from everything that's happening around us. And that, again, just like Joseph, we have to pray as if everything depends on God, but we have to act as if everything depends on us. Look, I don't think anyone has answers as to where God is in all of this. But the one thing I can tell you is that God doesn't cause the wind or the fire. This is something that's built into creation. And we've always believed that. If you look at the book of Genesis, right, God walks in the midst of the chaos and puts the chaos in order. And that's one of the major things that God does. Creation is not creating something out of nothing. It's basically putting chaos in its place. And according to the rabbis of the Talmud, part of being alive is understanding that chaos will escape once in a while. It's like when you go to the container store and you buy all of these boxes for your closet. And you put everything in a box. You know, different sizes, different labels. But one day, one of the boxes falls. And you have to pick it up and start from zero. That's what happens with chaos. It escapes. And part of what we believe in our tradition is that we are partners with God. We believe in this concept of shutafut. The Kabbalists believe that we are partners in creation, that God sets it in motion, but that we are supposed to be guardians. And if we do not keep a watchful eye, chaos escapes on our watch. And we're reminded of that all the time. And look, by nature, we're stubborn. We rebuild in the same place where the hurricane happened. Without understanding, we cannot stop the hurricanes. We're going to rebuild in the same place where the fire happened. And we refuse to believe that it can happen again, but it will. Because, believe it or not, we can't control everything. And part of being human is understanding that we don't have the capability to ultimately contain and restrain every single force around us. As advanced as we are, as modern as we want to be, there are things that we can't keep in check. That's the story of Joseph. Why he succeeded? Because he had the vision the foresight to tighten his belt, really, and all of Egypt, and to suffer for years, knowing that a little suffering now would prevent a lot of suffering later. So what do we do? Well, if you really want to see the face of God, you can see the face of God in the way in which we support one another, in the way in which we help one another. And I'm tremendously proud of our Jewish Nevada here, by the way, and I sent an email out last night, I hope you saw it, where I encourage all of us to help through Jewish Nevada. Just like they did during COVID, they have a fund now where people who are misplaced because of the fires and are coming to Las Vegas can apply for financial aid and grants from our local federation. And we can actually help them while they weather the storm, while they're here. Because, by the way, if you're looking at the news, in LA, they are actually overflowing in emergency aid that people are bringing to the shelters and to the points where they're gathering the aid. I heard that one of our local congregations is sending a couple of trucks with aid. I don't really know what that can accomplish, honestly, right? I would hate to find myself driving a truck trying to figure out where to deliver it in Los Angeles. The last thing they need is a lost rabbi driving a truck in LA right now. But the one thing they do need is the help that we can give them financially, to help people rebuild, to help people kind of like weather this and have a little bit to look forward to and have groceries and clothing and the most important emergency things that a human being needs in the immediate future. So if you want to see where God is, instead of asking where God was during the fire or is during the fires because they have not ended, let us find God in the response that we give to this tragedy. I think that is the most important thing that we can do. And that's exactly what Joseph did, by the way. He found God not in questioning his pain and his suffering and that of his brothers who were trapped in the famine. He did it by helping Egypt survive. So there is our lesson. By the way, if you ever wondered in antiquity how it could be that people blamed the Jews for tragedies that had nothing to do with them, look at what's happening now, right? You know, the fires are happening because of the war in Gaza. If you haven't seen that yet on the internet, let us please remain standing for Kiddush, which is on page 55. We'd like to invite all the children to please come up to the beam at this time to help us with Kiddush. Page 55. I wouldn't trust it that much.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav b'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron le'maaseh v'reshit ki hu yom tehillah le'mikrae kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim ki banu v'chata ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'b'ratzon hinachaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam amotzi lechem min haaretz.
Whole piece.
Yeah. Better than French challah. I'm probably not. Let us please remain standing for Aleinu, page 56.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כיהי הרצון, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נטע שמיים ויוצר הארץ וממי ששמונים.
You have to finish it.
ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו echad.
Please be seated. The following is a list of yortzites at Temple at Shalom for next week. Oscar Alterwitz, Raphael Aronson, Sidney Barretts, Beth Beckwith, Nathan Berkeley, Alma Brooks, Ray Chaplin, Mary Cohen, Steve Delmont, Melanie Diaz, Jack Dorff, Jacob Bernard Feldman, Ruben Ferrer, Anifi Gatner, Esther Frankenstein, Leon Friedman, Ada Frost, Frances Catherine Grippo, Harry Handelman, Harry Herzog, Rosalind Holnick, Arthur Jager, Isaac Katz, Mesha Ezrovich Katsov, Fred Kirsch, Milton Kessler, Cantor Herman Kinori, Herman Kishner, Adele Lesner, Hai Levine, Ida Margot Mendelssohn, Albert Mendelssohn, Eunice Merkin, Michael Milano, Dorothy Meansberg, Arthur Newmark, Ida Pastor, Sergio Prum, Harry Radbell, Beatrice Rietman, Isaac Sager, Francine Schwartz, Mo Sedway, Rose Singer, Arnold David Skuro, Al Stein, Dr. Leon Steinberg. Directors for the announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. It's good to see you tonight. Thank you for the lovely service, DJ and Rabbi Goodman. Thank you for the lovely service. Nice to see you. Shabbat Shalom. Okay. Gather with us for morning minyan, a time of reflection and prayer to begin your day. On Sundays, join us at 9 a.m. and Monday through Friday, come together at 7:30 a.m. After minyan, stay for breakfast and the warmth of fellowship. This Sunday, Kadima and USY youth will lace up their skates and circle the rink at Crystal Palace. Senior USY will host a Sonic 3 watch party on January 18th. Kadima embarks on a journey to the Discovery Children's Museum on January 19th, while Junior USY takes on the thrilling Spy Ninjas HQ on January 26th. And let us not forget our weekly Wednesday lounge nights where friendships deepen and memories are made. Also, this Sunday, January 12th at 9:30 a.m., the Religious Schools Jewish Life Cycle program presents a Hartwell wedding celebration. Amy and Richard Wasserman will renew their vows before our community. Adult members and students in grades 5 through high school are invited to share in this joyous moment. Wedding attire is encouraged. Let's make it a day to remember. Join the Women's League Book Club on January 21st as they dive into Susan Meissner's A Bridge Across the Ocean. Then on January 25th, witness the Women's League's lead Shabbat morning services with grace and spirit. Circle January 29th for a family game night, a perfect evening for laughter and connection. Finally, on February 23rd, let's honor Mayor Shelley Berkeley at Torah Fund, a celebration of service and commitment. On January 18th, bring your youngest family members to Shabbat Katan, a Saturday morning service lovingly crafted for our tiniest voices. Together, we will nurture a love for tradition that will last a lifetime. On January 14th, join us for a conversation with Gene Greenberg about his uplifting book, No Matter How Far. Then save the evening of February 10th for Rabbi Nolan Lebovitz, who will discuss the case for dual loyalty, healing the divided soul of American Jews. Let these events spark thought and connection. January 31st is the deadline to sign up for Mitzvah Court for February of 2025. Be part of this rewarding opportunity to give back and strengthen our bonds. After tonight's service, join us in the large social hall for Oneg. If you're visiting or new, please stop by the table with the teal blue tablecloth. I think it's kind of aqua, but okay. One of our board members would love to greet you personally and hear your story. Just say hi, please. Let's remember those in need within our community. If someone you know is hospitalized at home or in a nursing home, please notify our temple office so we can reach out with care and support. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. As Yael said, we're very busy with our youth programming here at Temple Beth Shalom. We actually just signed up our 119th member of USY in Kadima. So our program is continuing to grow. If you know anybody in grades 7 through 12 that would like an opportunity to hang out with other Jewish friends, we're always taking new members, so send them our way. And I'd like to also thank Renee Sullivan for joining us on the Bima tonight. Renee is in her junior year at Sarah Lawrence University, and she's studying this year abroad in France. And she's actually on her break right now, and she decided to come and join us on the Bima. So thank you, Renee, for joining us and making Shabbat so special this evening.
Thank you.
It's always nice to have you here. So come more often so DJ can leave.
I'll try.
Please.
Just kidding. Actually, we enjoy it so much. Every time you come and people don't know you, who is she? And I have to tell them the whole story, how you're about mitzvah, and the concert that you organize. But anyway, we miss you. Every time you come, it's really great for us. So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
January 14th, No Matter How Far, the book by Gene Greenberg. So we ran out of the 30 free books that we're giving for people who registered first. But not to worry, we have more books at a discount. If you come on the 14th, you can acquire it for 30% under the Amazon price. We'll have them here so you can buy them and Gene can sign them for you. It'll be wonderful. So please join us on that day. We conclude our service with Adon Olam on page 211, followed by our blessing.
Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Mivra Lein Naso V'Hefzo Kol Azai Melech Shelo Nikra Ve'Acharei Kiblot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora Ve'hu Haya Ve'hu Ove Ve'hu Yeh B'Tifara Ve'hu Echad Ve'ein Sheni Levam Shiro Le'Avira Ve'Nireshid Yevorechecha Adonai Ve'yishmerecha Ya'er Adonai Panav Elecha V'ikunecha Yisa Adonai Panav Elecha V'yasem Lecha Shalom Yevorechecha Adonai Ve'yishmerecha
Adonai Oslem Oiten, Adonai Yavarech et Amo Shalom, Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach.
Shabbat Shalom. Ojevo Shalom Aleinu. Ojevo Shalom Aleinu. Ojevo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'akulam. Ojevo Shalom Aleinu. Ojevo Shalom Aleinu. Ojevo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'akulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam. Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam. Salam Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Ha'olam. Salam, Shalom. Salam Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Ha'olam. Salam, Shalom. Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam. Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam. Salam Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Ha'olam. Salam, Shalom. Salam Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Ha'olam. Salam, Shalom. Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam. Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Odivo Shalom Aleinu.